Welcome to New Back. Boy, I love that radio voice. Okay, and really core. So we're going to use the same principles we use in the New Back therapy work in a good, strong core workout. So you're going to begin in constructive rest. That is a bent knee position. Your feet are about hip width apart. Your palms can turn up at your side. And some people will put a cushion underneath their knees. That's fine. In any event, we want this simple resting position to create some slack in the deep hip flexor group, which is inside your leg through your pelvis into your low back. Those often carry tension, physical tension from sitting, driving, etc. Emotional tension, fear, stress gets in there, anxiety, kind of where we store it, I store it, have. And so this is a nice way to just let that relax a little bit, especially before we engage some muscles around the pelvis. We want to let ourselves start from relative neutral, which is part of the therapeutics. So this will help do that. I'm also, some people have a forward head position here, or, just however your neck is, sometimes from injury. So if you need to support the back of the head a little bit to keep your chin and your forehead on the relative same plane, you can do that. So when we're in this constructive rest, it's good to, in fact, rest. And then the next thing we're going to add in is the full breath, the breath that fills the bottom of the lungs first. So it's called the abdominal breath, ideally through the nose. I'm not sure why I have to point to the nose when I say that. Let me just point my ear. Point in not the ear, nose. So full breath into the bottom of the lung through the nose, and ideally exhaling out the nose as well. Soft, big, Gucci belly for this first part. Good, now build on that. The next breath fills the bottom of the lungs, and then the middle chest will fill, and then the upper chest all the way up under the collarbones. Really, the sides of the back body are actually filling with breath also, and the back body, the kidney area, the mid-back, up under the shoulder blades. So your three-part breath. And again, therapeutically, this breath creates parasympathetic response, the rest and relaxation response, by stimulating the vagus nerve. So we want to know what this breath is. While you might go anaerobic at some point during this practice, this hour, and your breath gets short and a little strained, that's okay. If you want to come back to this breath so we don't stay in a stress response, that could be a good tool. All the professional athletes utilize this. They're being trained now to know the full breath, build the neural pathway of the full breath. So as soon as they can, after they put in effort, it's like high intensity training, they can come off that edge and come back to the full breath. Because now we're going to start to integrate that breath into some simple movements, some cat and dog tilts. So on the next exhale, I'm going to exhale, my low back will flatten onto the floor like a cat would tuck under its tail. When I inhale, the pelvis tilts back to the floor. The low back will arch off the floor. That's a dog tilt. So exhaling into cat. Inhaling into dog. Same long, slow breath would be great. Good. And now from there, as I've mentioned before, for some of you, we're going to find neutral. So neutral is not a cat or a dog, but right in the middle. It's got a natural little curve in my low back. If I was looking at my skeleton from the side, I'd see the natural curves of my neck, my upper back, my low back. And I'm going to now engage some supportive core around that natural little curve in my back. Again, like a blood pressure cuff is lengthened out on the mat underneath my low back. The dial gets pumped up to 70 pounds on the dial, and now I'm going to keep it right at 70 pounds, which means I can't flatten my back nor arch my back, or the dial would go up or down. So what I'm going to have to do to support that, I'm going to have to engage some core. I'm going to draw the belly button firmly into the spine. Navel draws into the spine without changing the curve of my low back, not changing the dial on the blood pressure cuff, set at 70. Good. I'm going to add to that by engaging my adductors, my inner thighs. My knees squeeze isometrically towards each other, which means they don't move together, but it feels like they're going to. Finally, I'll draw the shoulder blades slightly down my back, like I'm going to tuck them into my back pockets. And you're going to feel a container, a pot, a planter, if you will, of core support from the shoulder girdle all the way down through the pelvic floor, and your spine is still sitting in neutral, like a plant, right in the middle. Now, if you have neck issues, you can always use the tongue press also by pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth, right behind the upper teeth. That will help keep the cervical spine, your neck, neutral if you tend to be a neck issue person. All right, let's rock and roll. So that breath is flowing as much as you can. Core is engaged. Let's start a simple lift of the right knee up in the air, right knee up over the right hip. And the blood pressure cuff didn't change. I didn't lean to the side. I didn't squish my back. Now I'm just going to do a little toe tap, lift and lower of the right bent knee. The right toes reach to the floor, so my femur is moving down towards the floor. And it's like, yeah, got that. And then the left foot. I'll do the left foot. I'll lift and lower the left knee. So again, there's no change in my low back here. Full breath is flowing. Couple more. And you're thinking, this isn't bad. I got this. Well, let's lift both knees up in the air. So many people will lose neutral right here, and that just speaks to that tendency to put movements into our back rather than our hips. So you might dial up the core. The core is like a 1 to 10 dial. Maybe you need 7 out of 10 to engage that core to keep the blood pressure cuff at 70, because now we're going to lower and lift both feet. Tap and lift both feet. And breathe your full breath. Both feet lower and lift, so my knee doesn't bend. My knee stays bent 90 degrees. It's like there's a block behind my knee that's lowering and lifting. Full breath, and I'm not always the best example, but I'll do my best. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe even coordinating the movements with breath. Good, you're doing great. All right, pause after the next one. The feet can return to the floor. Well, that was exciting. Let's add the next piece. So we're going to talk about the shoulder girdle as well. So really we're going to talk about what's called squaring the box. The spine inside the plantar is neutral, and I'm going to attempt to keep my hips and shoulders relatively neutral. We'll see that as we apply it through core, through strength, through some cardiovascular. So I talked about the pelvis, the low back, and now I'm going to address the shoulders. I'm going to bring my thumbs underneath my armpits. We call this Farmer John. Could be Jane. Elbows out to the side. I'll draw my elbows to my side. That will pretty much draw the shoulder blades into relative neutral plumb line. Okay, I'm going to relax my hands back to my side, and it's going to feel kind of like you're poking your chest out there. But this is a relative neutral shoulder position and chest. And so I invite you to also engage that shoulder blade down the back, yes? Without moving the shoulder blade, I'm going to invite you to reach your hands up in the air. Palms face down towards your knees. So when I did that, I could check Farmer John. Nothing changed in my shoulder blade. I actually have to pull it down my back a little bit. My shoulder's a little tight today from yesterday's workout. So I have to engage a little bit of pulling of the shoulder blades down the floor. Down my back body, rather. Okay, you with me? Okay. Now just do like you're paddling on your paddle board. Do some little movements right here with your hands, kind of thinking, okay, well that's what my arm moving from a neutral shoulder feels like. It'd be really easy for me to reach my arms way out of the shoulders and make it super paddly. But I'm going to train you to keep that shoulder blade neutral. Yes? If that wasn't fun enough, now float your knees up in the air again. We're going to put those two together, like a marionette here, a little puppet. There's a 2x4 between your palm and your knee. I'm going to move the knee and the hand at the same time. Or if like I was on the floor, this would be like a little cross crawl. Or are you breathing? So the distance looks really good. The distance between your knee and your palm remains the same. Is the blood pressure cuff still there, set at 70 pounds? Is your blood pressure good? Keep breathing. Random smiling can occur. I just smiled on the camera for you because I know some of you want me smiling. Good. And now pause after the next one. Awesome. Let's release the feet back to the floor. Release your hands. I think we're warming up, which is awesome. Woohoo! All right, let's rock on. We're going to go to the sideline now. So we usually work around the world here, I call it, in the warm-up section. So I'm going to roll to the side. And in sideline, some people put a prop under their head or whatever. I also still have access to my shoulder blades, so those same supportive tools are still there. I'm going to lengthen my legs down the mat. I'm going to stack the feet. My top hand, excuse me, is in front of my chest. Good. I'm going to lift the feet off the floor. Now, some people will pad the hip on the floor here because it needs it. Good. That's not bad, is it? Good. Let's point the toes, and we're doing a little flutter kick here. That's the sound that goes with that. It's officially on the video. Good. Now skizzers, cross them over. So you wouldn't even need to know the name. You can just hear the sound. Okay, back to. So your core should be working here. If you want to touch your top hand on the side of your trunk, you're going to feel the obliques working, transverses firing to stabilize you back to. Good, little scissors. Anybody feeling it yet?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's have some fun. Stop the scissors or the flutter kick. Good. Now both legs are going to lift as high up as you can. Good. Now leave your top leg there. Lower your bottom leg almost to the floor. And then it comes up to meet the top leg 10 times. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow. 4, 5. Breathe. Smile. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's leave it up there. Top hand reaches for the ceiling. 5 little presses right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are your abductors and the core in the frontal plane in side movement. Let's go to the other side. So you know what to do. Kind of get it set up. My daughter Leela rode her bike for the first time yesterday. It's official. All the way around. Then she never wanted to come in all night. Leela, you're on the video. It's official. Good. Now cross them over. I'm proud of her. She did great. Good. And back to a little flutter kick. Again, the top hand can rest in front of your chest. That bottom arm, excuse me, for me, that shoulder blade is also engaged because I want all of that to help me stabilize the intrinsics, the small muscles in the spine. Good. Stack the legs. Good. And lift them up as high as you want. Good. Lower leg lowers and then meets at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! 9, 10. Stay up. Top hand lifts. 5 little presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. That is exciting. Pause. Feel. Breathe. All of those things are good to do. You're doing great. How are you doing at home?
Okay, let's just go onto the belly. That's easy. This is just like nice. On the belly, resting. Good work. All right, here we go. First is Sphinx pose. This is just a low back check. So we come onto our forearms. We do this one in the new back class as well. It's kind of a great simple tool to check to make sure there's no big things going on in the low back. It's about 20, 30 seconds. We let it happen. It's a supported extension. So we're making sure there's no big pains in the low back or radiating down the legs. I'll take some compression in there. I've got some disc degeneration because I'm not 19 anymore. All right, you know what's coming. All bad, don't you? Exciting. Superman banana. Let's lengthen out on the floor. The arms reach overhead. The palms turn in, and my shoulders are drawing down my back, correct? Kind of like a full Navasana in a yoga practice. I'm going to lengthen without pressing my belly into the floor. My belly's on the floor, but many of you are going to engage some core. So I'm going to lift the arms and legs off the floor. This is called Superman. You want to add that super gaze, superhero thing, you may. Oh, that's good. Maybe switching sides. I like that. It's very superhero-ish of you. All right, here we go. From here, we go to banana. We roll on to our back. We lift the arms and legs. The shoulders are off the floor. That's a banana. Is it a right banana or a saggy banana? I don't know. Superman. Back to Superman. No, I'm sorry, banana. No, Superman. Banana. Banana split. Open the arms and legs. Banana. Banana split. Banana. This is called blueberry. Wad your knees and your elbows up towards each other. I know I'm not perfect. Sorry on the film. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Banana split. Banana. Blueberry. Superman. Is there a theme to the Superman? Because that would be like, somebody has some music. What was it? It sounded like a Star Wars thing in my head. That's product placement, apparently. Banana. Banana split. Nice. Banana. Blueberry. Shoulder blades. There you go. Don't hold. No, don't hold it. Just elbows to knees. Good. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Blueberry. Come on, blueberries. Little small blueberry. Banana. Banana split. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Blueberry. Banana. Asparagus. Reach the arms overhead. Stack the palms. Legs out long. I would use core here if I were you. And Superman. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. High. 3, 2, 1. And release. Well, that was exciting. Cool. You can do a little child pose if you want to on the way out. Lift the hips up and back. We're going to come into standing in a moment. Take your time getting there. Wave and smile, the person next to you. You at home, I don't know. Pet the cat or something. Thumbs are up. Thumbs turn out. We're jumping rope. So there's a few different ways to do this. Could be both feet. Could be like a boxer shuffle, 1 foot at a time. Still remembering this Muhammad Ali thing. You rock. Could be both feet. Little shuffle. Could be a little, yeah, that's right. A rope shuffle there. Good. Keep jumping. So remember, I'm not doing this with all hunkered up shoulders or roundy back. That same neutral alignment we started is right here. It's called squaring the box. The hips and shoulders are learning to be stable in neutral through multiple range of motion, strength and speed. Good. A little side to side. You turn these down, this becomes multiples. Sorry, I don't want to talk about snow because it's July, but it will be here again. Back to a little rope work. Woohoo! Little speed work at the end. Work the rope. Your hands aren't just sitting there. You're spinning your hand. 10 seconds. Time. Good. Catch your breath if you need to. Remember, we're trying to keep this all engaged. So I'm about to turn sideways, as you might on your mat, wherever you are. But think about this. That neutral back, Farmer John chest, right? So these 2 hip points, shoulder points, are in the same plane. All I'm going to do, like we do in your back, going into that foundational squat, I'm going to reach the hips back. They spin in the sockets, but my knees stay over my ankles. Right? I didn't round my back. Nothing changed as I came forward, yes? Okay, all we're going to do now is add some arm and leg movement. But the spine and the torso don't change. How much core does it take to do that? We're going to come off to the left side. This is your speed skater. Throw the arms from side to side. You can give it as much as you want. A little plyometric here, so you're way up in the air a little bit if you want to, or you make the distance really big. Use those arms. How's the back doing? Is the back still neutral? Don't forget to breathe. 25 meters. Come on, skaters. 20 meters. Pick up the pace. You can do it. 10 meters. Don't lose the form. The strength comes from the stability of the spine, hips, and shoulders. 5 meters. Drive all the way through the line. You made it. Accept your gold medal. Awesome. Ready? So, a little upper body cardio, which is kind of like boxing. Oh, there's kind of a theme there. Okay, so same position you just did, same one you had in the jump rope. So now as I come forward, my hands are going to come up. Now watch what's going to happen. If you look at my shoulder blade from the back, my shoulder blade does not move at all when I make this move. You see how a lawnmower, like the gym, you'll see somebody do this bent over a chair with a weight, but they often move their shoulder way out of position, which there's too much tension for people here anyway. I just want to leave it right neutral, okay? So I'm going to come into this position. I'm going to punch forward and back. Excellent. Excellent. So I'm reaching the arm forward and I'm pulling it back like a lawnmower, like you're starting a lawnmower. But the shoulder blade is not moving. Feel your shoulder blade. And what tool do you have to keep it there? Really good job. I don't want to call your names because some of you are on the witness protection program. Wow, a lot of people apparently. But I like what I see. I like what I see. Come on, let's go. Punch it out, or I'm going to add some time. I'm not kidding. I mean faster. I'm not kidding. Go, you can do it. If you can smile, you can breathe. 10 seconds. Dig deep. Last 5, let's go. Knockout punch. Good job. How do we do?
Good.
Good. All right, let's add a little peripheral movement now. Somewhat, you kind of know this one. It's an old standard, but you might think about it in a new way. Even make this a little bit smaller. It's a jumping jack. Think about, do your farmer jump. Hips, back is neutral. Blood pressure cuff is there. Hips neutral, as much core as you need. So it doesn't have to be a big arm movement. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to just make the arms and legs move in this plane without losing the shoulder girdle, integrity. Good, it looks really good. You can do it. 10 seconds. Time. Catch your breath. And you're going to get a ball. At home, you can do this using a couch or a chair or something along those lines. So find that works for you. Watch that. Awesome. A ball would be great. Okay, and typically kind of find a ball that if your knees are bent 90 degrees, you're sitting on top of the ball, so it's a tiny bit. I could probably use one tweak lower, but it will work. We're going to start with some bouncing. So this is a simple, so I'd want to do this all rounded over with my neck poking out, right? Probably like that, I think. Is that right?
No.
No. I'm going to be neutral. I actually want to stimulate the spine and let it work. This movement up and down, little compression, decompression. So if you could be inside your back right now, the discs are being squished and then slightly pulled apart. So bouncing is really good for like trampoline, etc. It can be an excellent tool for the back. As long as you're not in an injury state, and you're going to stimulate those disc spaces. Good. I think we have to do what's required. We're going to bring this hand forward in a cupped motion, other hand on top of it, like that, and then we try to move, yeah. Kind of a Monty Python reference. That should be on film. Bring us shrubbery. Sorry, that's just an insider joke from Monty Python. All right, pause. All right, that's how we do a muscle called rectus abdominis almost every time we do this, because this muscle is often developed out of neutral. So it's the muscle that starts at the top of your pubic bone, goes to the base of the rib cage, your six-pack muscle, etc. And we want to try to strengthen it relative to neutral. So is the back neutral here? Because we're going to come forward about 6 inches forward with the feet, which means the bum is going to be on the top third of the ball. How's the chest? Cross the hands. It's called a fixed femur move, which means the ball or your feet, your legs aren't going to move. You're going to lower and lift right here. So as I lower and lift, I'm not rolling all the way back, pooching out the belly. That's another exercise done for a different reason. Right now, what we're trying to do is strengthen rectus abdominis in neutral. Also, what's really cool about this is the psoas, the hip flexor, primary hip flexor, which is part of this move, is being trained in relative neutral. So my back isn't rounded like the people that do a seated forward bend and round their back and then pull or push out of their feet. We want to start to kind of balance that out by having a nice neutral lumbar spine. How much core support do you need to do this? And you can do this for like a year. You're ready to go. Apparently that's next. Let's open the arms as we go back and come back up. Open the arm. Come back up. Open. Come back up. That little pause on the back there. Open. A little shaking might be happening. A little shake and bake right there. Good. Come on back up. Yeah, sometimes when I lose it, that's actually some of the best stuff I have to. It's called destabilization. You want to do some of that? Who wants to do that? That was unanimous. All right, come back. Lean on your left foot, lift your right foot off the floor. Good, now we'll open and close the arms right here. If you want to add little arms overhead, you may. But nothing has changed. My back hasn't changed. Woohoo! Good, out to the side. You can make it wacky. So you're destabilizing yourself right now. And the body has to work. Good, place that foot. Switch feet. Open and close. Whoa. That's a good sign. That was working. So I'll reset neutral. I'll come back in. Whoa. Out of the step. Whoa. How about a couple more? Release the foot, come back to neutral, come all the way up. That was exciting. Awesome. Let's have some fun. Bring the ball around in front of you. And first, just do a little rollover on the ball. That's really nice for the low back here. Sorry, I'm not the best example right now just because I'm playing with the microphone thing. But this is worth having a ball for right here. Just do this one and even rolling onto your back and rolling into a nice supported extension can be good. All right. But what we're going to do now is, it's called the old Roman bench, Roman reverse curl, whatever the name, doesn't matter. You're going to come forward on the ball until the ball is at about the hip area. And you can feel you're so far forward that you're about to launch off the toes. You can have your hand just softly on the ball. And then we're going to lower and lift right here. Now think about what we're talking about here. It's almost like the reverse of the rectus abdominis crunch we just did, where in this case we're going to come forward and come back, but this is all basically happening in the hip. The spine will go a little bit rounded here, but we're going to come right back to neutral every time. So I'm not lifting way up in the air like an overextension, just a simple lower and lift. And about halfway in now, some of you are going to feel a little ache in the low back, and that's due to disc degeneration and just how some of us are oriented. And that's okay. That's why you're doing a core workout. You want to keep your back strong. It's never going to be 19 anymore. But we can keep it relatively strong and supple. A couple more. Do you like this one? Woo! And then pause. Do a little rollover. That will probably feel good. Again, the little acronym I have, or the description of how I've built yoga as therapy, is stability, then flexibility, then strength, then speed. So if I can't be stable in neutral, then I have no business building high levels of strength or speed. Okay, and a lot of practices, whether they be yoga or other activities, et cetera, not to pick on any of those, but, people build strength and speed out of neutral. Well, it's just mechanics. That's eventually going to show up because some joint space incongruity will happen. There's something out of balance in that if they're not neutral. So it's just a matter of time. So that's why this is created, and I hope you dig it. All right, let's have some fun, shall we? I know you were already. All right, so this is called an elevator push-up. Woo! I'm already tired from yesterday doing this, so let's just see what happens. So I'll demo first. So you can work this. It could be from your thighs. I'll be off camera in a moment here, but it could be knees, could be shins, could be feet. Okay? In any event, you want to be really strong in the core. And what we're going to do is, watch my feet. This is the top floor. My shoulders are not up to my ears. You see neutral, relative, right? You see that? Right? Middle floor. Camera, do you see that? Bottom floor, top floor. It's only 3 stories on this building. Top floor, middle floor, bottom floor, top floor, bottom floor, top floor. Do you see how my feet go down as my torso, my feet go out as my torso lowers down? Yes?
Yes.
Ready to go? Again, you can do this with your feet on a couch at home. Very, very exciting. I'm going to back up so I'm with you. You ready to go? Top floor. Come on, people. Middle floor. Bottom floor. Middle floor. Top floor. Middle floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. Middle floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. Middle floor. Bottom floor. I know. Top floor. Woo! Middle floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. We're almost there. Middle floor. Bottom floor. Middle floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. Bottom floor. Top floor. One clap, and then rock it back. Skip the clap.
So when you're doing that, your hands and your head, are they sort of in the middle? Like,
Yeah, your nose would be kind of splitting the line right between your hands. I think I was demoing that.
yes, you were.
Okay, yep. That's a great point that, I don't want to be way out in front of my hands, nor do I want to be way behind it. This is more shoulder right here. And we're trying to isolate the chest here, and my hands are actually far enough apart, I didn't really talk about that, where my elbow tracks over my wrist. Good work. That should feel good. All right, let's come on to our back with the ball underneath our calves. Wow, this is like resting. But not really. Anybody sweating?
I got a little bit of perspiration going on.
How about you?
All right, you can hold the ball on the calves. The low back might even be flat right here. And do a little rock of the ball side to side. That's a nice little massage for the SI joint. And again, you're working at a level that works for you. Can you still breathe? Can you keep yourself neutral? Some postures you might revise a little bit. Some postures you might add a little bit. It's all good. All right, this is a fun one. These are called figure eights or infinity. I'm going to bring the heels out to the apex of the ball. If you just ran a 10K right before you did this one, you're not going to like me. This is a great hamstring builder from neutral. From neutral. So a lot of leg and pelvis issues come from people strengthening themselves out of neutral. The runners you see leaning forward out on the road or whatever. So can you now lift into an inverted plank, which means my heels are at the top of the ball. I can feel my low back right now. It's neutral. If I touch my 2 hip points and the pubic bone, those 3 points called the pelvic triangle, even though I'm in a plank position, they're neutral right here. So my pubic bone's not way forward like a cat tilter, or my butt's not way out. I'm losing the pubic bone. Nice and neutral. Capiche? Good. You might use those shoulder blades here to stabilize you as well. Neck is neutral. Tongue press if you need it. We're going to roll the ball in and out a few times here. That'll wake us up. Woohoo! Good. Come back to neutral. You need to pause for a second. All right, I'll take that as a no. Here comes 8 figure eights. So what that means is I'm now going to draw the ball in. I'm going to come into a bridge on the ball. I roll the ball away. I shift it slightly left. I pull it back into bridge. I roll the ball away. I shift it right. I pull it back into bridge. Core is still neutral. Left, slide it away. Right, slide it away. That's 2. Pause if you need to. This is a big move. Say hello to your hamstrings. Relatively neutral. This is 4. You're halfway there. Use your core. 5. Here comes 6. Last one. And here's some breathing. I like it. That's 8. Lower the hips back to the floor. Say hello to your hamstrings. That'll give you that really nice cut in the back of your hamstring, that nice curve, the development of the belly of the muscle. Super good. Pause. Breathe. Smile. Who wants to be my partner for this next one? I need a partner. You can't be in the witness protection program or anything like that?
Royalties.
Will there be royalties? Wow. That's the entrepreneur in the
He's already
crowd.
spent his money in royalty payments to the people he's mentioning, like Monty Python.
Right. Wow, I have to pay them now, don't I? All right. Allison, you just volunteered.
No, I
Come on. All right. I don't know how you're going to do this at home, except if you have a ball and you have a frustrated partner, this is like therapy. So, thank you. So I'm going to build a plank position on the ball of my forearm. So not on the top third. See that? So I'm not on the very top and sagging onto the ball. I'm on the top third. My chest is neutral. Shoulder blades, yep, it's all happening, yes? I could do this from a knee down position like this, if that's what you need to do. It could be this next position, which I'm going to use, my feet on the floor, but I'm a nice strong plank. And now for 1 minute, she's going to try to kick the ball out from under me. And she's a dancing leprechaun right here. She's super strong, staying on her feet. Good, thank you. Exactly. Now, if you're at home, get ready, find your partner, y'all that are here. Quickly, quickly, find a partner. And one person's going to be on the ball. One person is the standing kicker. Awesome. And once you find that position, get yourself set. Keep yourself off the ball. I'll hold it with you at home. You might just hold this position, forearms on something. Get set. Here it comes. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute. Kick that ball. Shoulder blades going down the back. Navel drawn to the spine. Wow. Some hard work going on here. You only got 40 seconds to go. Breathe. So remember, the person kicking, you're in neutral. You're a dancing leprechaun. You're kicking that ball out, maybe the side of your foot. Breathe. Where we at? We only have 22 seconds to go. Let's go, people. Let's go. If you're doing this at home, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you're at home and you don't have a ball kicker, lift your foot off the floor now. If you're here, I don't know, give it a shot. 10 seconds. 9, 5, time. Excellent work. Excellent work. So if you're at home doing this and you don't have a ball or a partner, then you're going again. You're going again. No rest for the weary. Get ready. Find the position. Let's rock and roll. 3, 2, 1, go. Dancing leprechauns. Again, it could be enough just to hold this plank position without collapsing onto the ball.
45 seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 10. Time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good work. All right, shall we? A little bit of strength work here. So a little cardio and then we're done. So I'm going to grab a cushion. Some of you, if you're at home, you're going to find something. You'll see what I mean. Something weighted, 5 pounds-ish should be good. And here's the cushion. Here's my neutral position. I'm going to hold the cushion out in front of me. Notice my knees do not go over my toes. My knees are over the ankle. Sometimes I'll fall back a little bit because I'm pushing back so much in the hips. Chest is open, driving the car. Tune says, that's another reference that some of you will know. The driving cat. This is all core right here. Core that stabilizes you to make this arm move. Elbows are as straight as you can make them. Some of you are scary drivers out there. I'm just saying. Good. Pause. Okay, I'm going to hinge forward a little bit more. That doesn't mean my back rounds. That means my hips go back a little more. I'm going to pull the cushion to my chest. I'm squeezing the shoulder blade together behind. I release. Pull it, squeeze the shoulder blade. Squeeze the shoulder blade. Squeeze the shoulder blade. Squeeze. 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 Slow. Really slow. It's just like lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Squeeze. Yeah. Smile and breathe. We're getting there. We're in the last 10 minutes-ish. Good, you're still smiling. I like that. Neck is neutral. Good, pause. Come all the way into standing. Lift the cushion overhead, lower and lift right here. This one can be fast. We're just going to burn out those shoulders right here, if they weren't already. Okay, if that wasn't fun enough, leave the cushion right there. Glue your elbows in space. Lower the cushion and lift it back up to that same position. Notice if your shoulders have gone up to your ears. Stabilize if you need to. How much core do you need? Keep the low ribs from poking out too, so you're not suddenly a gymnast making this move. Keep going. You got about 10 more. 9, 8. Good work. 7. Seriously. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Release the cushion. Right in front of you is a yoga time. At home, you've got something, a bathrobe, tie, or something. Because here come your biceps. Now listen carefully. This is called a hammer curl. I'm going to hold the tie like I'm holding a hammer in my hand, both hands. I'm going to stand in relative neutral, soft knee, soft hip, core as much as you need. I'm going to go for 90-90 here, which means I'm going to put the tie in the arch of the right foot to start with. The left foot's on the floor, obviously. And my elbows are bent about 90 degrees. From right there, I'm going to press down to lift up. Keep your shoulders still. Keep the chest open. Let it just be in the bicep. just in the biceps. So the elbows are stuck in space here, kind of like they were for the tricep. You should be working. Press down to lift up. Press down to lift up. Press down to lift up. Here we go. Hold it at 90 degrees now. Press down for 10, 9, time. Yeah. Is that a grimace? I like it. It's kind of a smile and a grimace at the same time. Ready? Other side. Ankle, knee, hip, relatively soft, not locked. Core, as much as you need. Dial it up. Hold it 90-90. Press down to lift up. So your thumb's facing up, the palm is neutral right here. So the wrist isn't turned at all. So that's going to isolate, like a hammer, it's going to isolate this move into the bicep. So no wrist issues. Better, that's better. Let's work. Come on, let's work. Press down to lift up. And now hold it at 90 degrees. Press down for 10. Time. Hey, we're almost there. You can just put that tie away wherever you are, because we're going to get right to it. This is one of your favorites I know in the room. Malasana to Utkatasana. So yoga jumping jack. So the yogis in the, wherever you are would think of this as coming all the way into full squat, but I want the back to stay neutral. So like I know Sonia, my lovely wife, would touch the floor here. Not me, but my back is neutral. My hips are back, fingertips towards the floor. Malasana, the garland pose. From there, I'm going to go to an Utkatasana, but my knees are over my ankles, hips are back, shoulder blades down the back. Back to Malasana. Utkatasana. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. Think of the hips and shoulders as staying neutral. Hips and shoulders are neutral. The only thing moving are the arms and legs. What one is this? 18? 13. 14. 15. Here we go. Halfway. Let's go now. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Good job. Almost there. This is it. Bring the ball with you. Come onto your side on your mat. Smile. Breathe. You did a great job. I'm assuming. No, I know. Ball goes between my feet. Awesome. Lift the ball, squeeze it, roll it. Now the bottom hip, people that have issues on the bottom hip, double up your mat, put a blanket there, something, so you're not fighting the hip. It's called the greater trochanter. It's actually your leg bone, outside edge. All right, leave the leg off the floor. Top hand on the side of the head. 3 movements here. The first one with straight legs, I'm going to bring that top knee towards this top elbow 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your core. 6, you're almost done. 7, 8. Good. Leave the leg there. Now the torso lifts. 8, 7, 6. You can use the bottom arm a little bit as long as that shoulder blade's 5. Going down the back. 4, 3. Tongue press if you need it. 2, 1. Good. Pause. Now the 2 come together 8 times. 1, 2. The leg lifts and the torso. 3, 4 is not my neck moving. 6, 7, 5, 3, high, 2, 1. Stay up. Lift the top hand. Come on, people. 3 little presses here. 1, 2, 3. That side's done. Woohoo! Roll to the other side. Let's get her done. Let's get it done. Put the ball between your feet. Smile. Breathe. Think happy thoughts about the teacher because he loves you. Here we go. Lift it up. Top hand on the side of the head. Good. That elbow, the knee comes towards this elbow. 1, 2, 3. I don't like this side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. The leg hovers. Bottom leg is off the floor. Elbow to that knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Pause. Here we go. They come together 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay up. 3 little presses. 1, 2, 3. You're done. Let the ball roll away. Maybe you come into constructive rest. As I've just done, my knees are bent. Your legs can be lengthened out, that's fine. I like to rest with my knees bent. Neck is neutral. So I would encourage you, if you feel like you need to move right now, like it's a yoga thing and you need to stretch out, or that's often where there are some muscle issues that are out of neutral. So you just strengthen yourself relatively in neutral. So my invitation, just like the new back therapy stuff, is to let it sink in. Just let these strength patterns you built in neutral sink in, rather than try to, crack them out, move them out with something, yoga-ish. Just chill. Let it sink in. And I think ultimately that's going to help you, for the yogi people, therapeutic or otherwise, to work on that stability. Stable and neutral. Super good job. I invite you to take this final moment to pause, to notice the effects, the strength, the stability, even the energy. This is that center point in the body that is very prized in the Eastern traditions, to have a strong, centered, grounded self till you're 97 or whatever. I wish that for you. So feel that you just activated for yourself. Good for you. Awesome. Great job.